All right, then we are here. Tale of Four Warlords. We made it. We're back. We finished our first month. And if we look here, yeah, this lovely picture of this orc getting punched in the face by another orc. Terry's alive, and he's joining the campaign in full.
Yeah, woo!
There he is.
We don't have to,
There
we
he
don't have
is.
to ad-lib for him anymore.
Yep. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
Poor ventriloquism. This is an actual Tale for Warlords now. Gents, how y'all doing?
Good.
Good, man. Good. Yeah.
Ready to crump.
Ready to crump. That's good. That's good. Okay.
Good long weekend. You know, recovering from that.
Yep.
But yeah, ready to kill some orcs.
Okay, well, we still have a whole year to get ahead of where we build and paint of our armies before we get to that battling, but just to remind everybody out there at home, this is the first time you saw this, go back and watch the first episode of the Tale of Four Warlords, where we lay out what we are doing for this shenanigans. It's an excuse for us all to get new armies. It's an excuse for me to paint an army not in a week and a half, which I'm surviving. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay having a backlog. It's also a fun chance to hang out with all these fine gents, especially Terry. Oh, I thought you froze for a second. You're clearly looking at your phone, not paying attention to what we're doing. I thought, oh, you froze.
No, he just texted me. Whatever, man.
You can. No,
Yeah, I don't think this is PG, right?
you can swear. You can swear, but keep it the casual swearing. But
Very good.
by the way, real quick, just to remind everybody at home. So, this past we were to do a character, so that's what we all did. Or no, just one. And this, just because you're an overachiever.
20, Neil.
Once.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
Well, Terry's also an overachiever on this too. It seems. Look, he even surprised himself.
I owed a debt.
From missing the first episode. Yeah. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. So, real quick, before we do dive into the pictures of our mighty characters, Terry, you weren't here last time. Tell everybody that's listening, watching, why'd you choose the orcs? Why are you going crumping? What's your love of them? What led you to that army?
I have been led to that army for the last 20 years.
Okay.
I started playing Warhammer right around the time End Times started, and fantasy was kind of on its way out. And so I never really got a chance to play fantasy orcs outside of video games or those types of other board games, things like that. So it was a good chance to paint an army that was interesting and new to me. And it's crumping time, which is why I chose to start crumping.
It's always crumping time. It's never not crumping time.
I mean, it sounds like a good an excuse to me.
You guys have to see. You have to see Terry's 40K orc collection. It's a little ridiculous.
Oh, I didn't know you had a 40K.
Really is.
Okay.
Oh, that's when he says he's played for 20 years. Yeah. It's
been outlet that's actual tabletop. Okay.
Yeah, I have probably close to 100,000 points of 40K orcs, if not more.
He's not exaggerating.
Right now, I have an entire garage bay full of from 6 feet wide, 20 feet deep, full of orcs in bins because my basement flooded. So
yeah,
it is. I'll take a picture of it. I'll bring the picture next time. You can see it. It's crazy.
That'd be sick. Are they all painted? Or mostly painted? Okay.
No, but there's a lot. There's a lot painted.
Okay.
I have bone splitters out there. I've painted 3,000 points of bone splitters twice, and sold it, and then missed it and bought it back, and now it's discontinued. So, whatever.
Sorry, good money after bad.
Yeah, right. That's what
we base those bad boys.
That's right. That's the orc way.
He's not exaggerating, guys. There is a full bay that I helped him move, and another local friend of ours. We helped him move his basement, and Yeah, he's not joking when he's talking about he has that many orcs. He really, he
See,
really
there's
does.
just random orcs
There's
lying behind him.
probably some. No, there probably is, man.
Oh,
I'm
there you
not
go.
even. Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
like,
There's Pile of Shame. Look. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you guys, that's not even a 16th of what he has.
Nice.
That's too funny.
Very nice. I love it. Okay. No doubt you are a crump master, Terry. We cannot make fun anymore. You're no longer the butt of the joke. So it'll be Mike or me, I bet. Because Neil won't put up with that shit. Mike's a better painter, so it's probably me. I'm now the butt of the joke for this show. Anyway, Mike, how you been this past month?
I've been great, man. I've worked on a lot of my army here and there because I have 3 kids, and getting ahead of this is imperative for me to be able to make sure that I make it all the way to the end. So I've been working on the Knights Errant. I finished up my Duke story, which is pretty dope. I've shared it with you guys. I really like how that turned out. The Green Knight is 3/4 of the way done. I just have to work on his magical sword that's going to be slaying some elves and orcs. Last time it slayed some greenskins out in PA there, and it was mainly Neil's full army. But yeah, man. Other than that, it's been
funny because it's true.
And but it's been a great last month. Just enjoying the painting process of this army. I'm really enjoying just listening to the lore. I got the new novel that came out on Audible, so I've been listening to that while I've been painting. Just getting ready to go, man.
Nice.
So it's been a good month.
No spoilers. I'm going to start that book soon. I'm getting through the latest Gotrek book.
I'm already caught up. I'm
on Blight Slayer.
Okay.
I'm not really enjoying Blight. So.
Oh, really?
You know what? I hate to admit it, but I'm not really too invested in the new Gotrek series, like the AOS lore. I don't know.
Oh, you should.
I know. No, I've listened to all of them. I like them.
Did you do the one with Brian Blessed?
Yeah.
Realm player?
Yeah.
Oh, man, so good.
But I like I said in the last meetup that we had, I went through every Gotrek and Felix novel there is, and I'm just partial to that, And without having Felix there, it's just hard for me.
That it is such a part with that. The current there was one before the current book I'm on is a new companion. There was one before, no spoilers, but she is no longer there, and I love her. For reasons, if I told you not to spoil it, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's why Chuck loves her." But she was actually a really good foil to Gotrek, and she understood the mortal realms. He didn't. Whereas this new one, she's just a whiny bitch.
Yeah.
Like, poor is me. I'm hoping. I mean, character development. You gotta wait for that. So but so far I'm like, oh no, Gotrek's fighting Nurgle. Ooh, like,
right?
It's like fighting Nurgle's the most boring shit in the world too.
Playing Nurgle is probably the most boring army you could possibly play.
In books.
They're the worst army there is. Oh wait, sorry, Neil. I didn't mean to.
You guys don't know what's good.
All right, well,
it's okay. I'm talking all this crap, and he beat me last time. So with his Nurgle army, so.
My one victory, I think. Yeah.
Well, Neil.
Oh God.
How are you doing? Even though you're not doing Nurgle, which is good. Good. You're playing a real army. Right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How's have you been?
I've been good. I have been busy at the hobby. I've been priming stuff, mostly getting my next month's commitment ready to go. I'm looking over there because I'm staring at it right now, which is 30 Sisters of Avalorn.
Well, it's spoilers for later. Don't worry.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know we weren't there yet. Yeah, there's a timeline to this, huh?
Loose one. I'm figuring out as I go. So
yeah, well, anyway, so yeah, I've been. Most people who listen to podcasts anyway, like on the regular, kind of know what I've been up to anyway. But I've been doing some hobby. I've actually been working on 2 months from now's commit because it was mostly painted already, but it's not done. So we'll just we'll pick that up later and finish it off. Not, like I said, not proud of it currently, so it needs some work to be done on it. So.
Listen, it's exciting. All three of you are working ahead of schedule, and it's great because that means like I haven't yet. I haven't even opened the sprue for my next one yet. Like, I'm being hardcore one at a time with this, but it's fun seeing you guys posting pictures. Gets me motivated to get through what I gotta get through.
I also primed up my a couple of models for my Orcs and Goblins army. We've got Boar Chariot, which I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna put some Savage Orcs on, or maybe we'll do some Black Orcs on there. I don't know. Well, it's
Little side hop.
yeah, who can say, you know? But I've got kind of a narrative list I'm putting together with my with Morg. Morg, he's something or other. It's basically Grom spelled backwards, and that's going to be my narrative Orcs and Goblins.
There you go.
So, my not Grom the Paunch. But yeah, so I did. I've got that Orc Shaman on Wyvern, the made-to-order model. I just have to get to Matt Hayward's house and grab that off him, and then essentially once that's built, I can play my narrative list, which is what I'm really looking forward to. And so maybe that will help me slow down on this high elf army. So
Don't got to get all your way out here to get this self-train model.
that's true.
Yeah.
And that'll be happening sooner than later, I'm sure.
That sounds good to me. All right, on my end, so I'm doing well. I'm sticking to schedule. I did buy the last piece I needed in my army for this whole thing. I bought. I need a prophetess on foot, so she can be a version for it. It's not very good. It's the most prophetess Tony looking model I can get at my hands easily. But then I also made a second list where I threw a prophetess on a royal Pegasus, and I have the neck from ageofsigmar, where she's side saddle, like body, and I could kit bash that by another royal Pegasus, like Duke or something, and you know, I might be stupid and do that too. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I've been looking at Sisters of Battle a lot just to see if there's anything out there that I can kit bash,
I'm
from
sure
that range.
Actually, I converted some. It looks more armor. Like it's really easy to scrape off like the power lines and stuff to make it look just like normal armor. So
Right.
Right. Nice. Well, I mean that's. Terry, did you have anything up for the month other than what we discussed? Anything news? Any other hobby going on? Or you just been busy with life and being bullied into
Just
painting?
been furiously painting out of rage for being bullied every week for not painting on time. But I knocked it out this weekend. So
Yeah, you did. Very in the
you better watch out, Chuck. I'm the fastest orc painter in the Ohio Valley for sure.
Well, is the response supposed to be you don't live in Ohio Valley though?
That's right.
Oh, nice. Okay.
The Ohio Valley.
Ohio Valley. Well, I actually claim Appalachia because I can walk to that in 10 minutes. So I claim
You do look like you're from Appalachia.
I do. Well, the beard's staying. I've the beard has grown on me. Not to be the stupid pun, but like I'll keep it shaved and tight. This will be going away in about a couple weeks because I'm donating to Locks for Love because I've always wanted to do that. So plus it's also about to be 80 degrees and humid, so I don't want this and this.
No more Warhammer Jesus.
Nope. It'll be back because probably what I'll do is I'll just regrow it every year and just cycle up. But we're not here for hair talk. And definitely not lawn talk. Lawn talk is for the podcast. But why don't we show off our lovely work we've done so far, gentlemen? Let me get the image up here. And where is that? We're gonna start with Mike.
Yes.
On screen is the
Don't lead off with Mike's model. God damn.
Listen. You got to start hot.
Save that for last.
Nope. You got to start hot. Mike, we have a gorgeous Duke on Pegasus here.
Thank you.
Thank you. As I go through some of the images you sent me here, so.
Well,
scheme, whatever for you.
Well, like I said last time, his name's Leandros the Hunter, right? Leandros Dio. Basically, the line of death I mean, kind of, that I kind of play with the name a lot, right? Played with his background. So the whole time I'm painting him, I'm just trying to just incorporate that into the paint job, right? Trying to make him look as Dukely as possible, as I possibly can. I ended up getting the transfer sheets from the Mighty Brush, which for all you Bretonia people out there, go to themightybrush.com, check out their transfer sheets that they have. They have a plethora of Bretonia sheets
Actually,
on there. And
real quick,
go ahead.
is there Pegasus ones? Because I need Pegasus ones. I'm still
Yeah, there's Pegasus. They have
I'm going
bears,
there right after this
Pegasus.
'cause I need them.
Yeah. Oh man, they have whatever you need. They have on there. The only thing that does kind of suck about that is each transfer sheet is just that one particular symbol, right? So if you want to, you have a unit of Grail Knights, right, and you want each one to be individual and have their own heraldry, right? Of course, the different colors and all that, but their own, symbol or icon. You're going to have to buy a sheet for each one of those units or models in that unit. Unless you want to, just, hey, I'm just going to buy, like I said, the bear icon. I'm going to use that for each shield and bard or whatever you want to call it, and then paint each individual model a different color. Go for it, right? But I just wanted to keep it, like I said last time. I'm America's number one. We're the best country in the world. Even though Corone and Bretonia and all that is leans more towards the French side of things. I still want to do the red, white, and blue on there, so I threw the gold accents in there. I wanted to do a lighter, like a bright silver on there, lean towards more of a kind of a whiter color, right? On the tabard's kind of like an off-white, like bone color, if you may. But my favorite thing that I got to do for that particular paint job, though, 100% was the wings.
Yeah,
the wings. I took a lot of pride. Took a lot of time painting those things. I loved how it turned out. I loved how the whole thing turned out, man. It's my favorite model that I painted in a long time. I had an Archaon I painted a few years back. That was my all-time favorite model. This one's definitely up there with it. Neil even mentioned, hey, this is better than that model that you painted at that time. And that model is just, upper tier for me. So that was a great compliment to hear that coming from Neil. But yeah, man, just keep it at the Chrome color scheme. Like I said, incorporating his background and his story that I made up on the back end into that paint job. I wanted to, I threw some leaves down on the base to make it look like they're kind of in the fall, fall or spring season, one of the two, right? You got to throw some flowers down, right? We're out in the meadow chasing down, orcs, stabbing them in the back of the head with some swords and pikes and whatnot. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really loved every bit of that paint job, and that's really all I have to say about that particular model.
nice.
You did most of that with airbrush, is that right?
No,
No.
a lot of it was hand painted. A
Oh,
lot
wow.
of it was
Okay.
hand painted.
Jesus.
Whoa! Prove it. Where's the brushes? Let's see them.
Right
Yeah.
here, Terry.
There we
Here are
go.
all my
There we go.
brushes.
Those are dirt. Okay, those look
Now,
used.
But
I know
if you-
that can't be that
if you
can't be
look at-
true because every good war painter only has one brush that's frayed and frazzled out, and you use that one brush for
and
everything.
his name's Neil LaRocca. All right.
That's
right.
Now
This is my new
Now,
brush.
this is-
I
one
finally
thing-
ruined the last brush. I needed like 8 armies. This is my new brush. That's paint 12. All right.
some of it is paint, is airbrush, right? A lot of the best painters out there do still use airbrush. I don't care who you are, in the painting world. Everybody uses airbrushes. So I try to use it as minimally as possible. Yes, I did use it on the wings themselves, just because I wanted to get that
Gradient.
that gradient on there. I wanted the contrast to be there, right? They're darker to lighter areas, but I did not use white at all until I actually put the actual stripes on the wings themselves. That's all just grays and blacks on there. And then the blues on there were all hand painted. Hand painted the little flag at the top of the pole arm
Lance.
Jeez. Yeah, Lance.
Lance.
Jeez. So a long day today.
That's all right.
So yeah, at the top of the lance, I hand painted that. I've really been starting to work on my wet blending, and it kind of shows on this. So I was really proud of that. But yeah, there was some airbrush, but a lot of it was hand painted.
Yeah, Mike, I showed that picture to my wife, and she didn't believe that she's like, this can't be a 3D model. This is a picture. There's no way. Like, this is digital.
Well, then Terry's talking shit like I used a filter.
Hashtag no filter.
Like, no, dude, you just need to know how to. I'll literally have you come over and I'll make your model look great. I mean, it's not
Your
really
setup
that
for
hard.
pictures is real nice.
Listen to that. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I'll help Terry out. I'll help Terry out. So
It's fine.
but yeah, but yeah, it's I take a lot of pride in taking pictures. If I'm putting that much time and effort into a model, I'm gonna try to put some time and effort in making sure they look good in the pictures as well. So
yeah, it looks.
Terry,
It's looking real good. Now,
son of a.
I'll put the pictures as like a YouTube post too. So maybe I can do a poll.
Nice.
Like who's your favorite? So we'll see. But first, we gotta go on to the next artist. And that's Neil.
Oh God, I knew it. He's gonna make me follow that, right?
Neil, we have his love.
He's like, and here's a piece of shit.
Mike can give us all an idea of how to take better pictures of our miniatures for sure. There's this. I see a lovely Noel on Eagle. Is that what we got here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is my narrative hero, Calandrail.
Yep.
After much fretting that I wasn't actually able to put him into a list, we did. He is going to be my BSB because you can't have a handmaiden. Spoilers as your general.
If you have a prince,
if she's not the highest leadership in the army. Highest leadership has to be your general, right? So any kind of noble or prince automatic has a 9 or a 10, and so then my entire next year or next month's pledge doesn't work as a core unit. So but thanks to Chuck over there, he's like, if you put the BSB on there, your BSB can't be your general. So still slides are in there, so he can be after having done all that work and thinking, oh my God, I got to pull this guy out of the army.
that was my thought process to get my army to work. So.
Man, save my ass on that one. But yeah, that is not the general. He will be a BSB for the army.
Yeah, but there is a couple other models here. We might as well show them all off. I mean, you can even if you count them towards later.
Sure.
Thing, but yeah. See.
And by the way, Neil, I love these. I love these models. Like they're
prints
awesome.
are great.
Yeah, the prints are amazing. So
yeah, and that actually that Calandrail model, the one with the eagle, it is actually exceptionally hard to find an eagle that has an actual mount on it. That's not like just a guy like straddling its head somewhere, which doesn't look right.
Yeah.
It's really stupid, right? So that one is from Last Sword Miniatures. I know I've talked about it before, but it is a great eagle. Yes, it is.
It is. You got some flowers on the base too. You got springtime
flowers
going.
on the base. Yep. So we got the pink contrasting the teal there. Really like the way that looks. And so yeah, there is actually his spear. If you look closely enough, is the or his lance. His lance is the lance from the AOS Stormcast Dragon Riders.
Ah, nice. Okay.
So that's where that's come from. So that is the only GW bit on the model. Outside of that, it's just a kit bash of different Last Sword Miniatures bits. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Tell me about this tech list.
That is a not tech list.
Yeah.
Level 4 wizard in my army right there. Leadership 8, so he doesn't have to be the general either. So
he could be. He could be, but
he is in fact not.
He's not.
So yeah, really love the way this cloak turned out. We talked about some of the transfers. These are old high elf transfers that are on there, and they were literally disintegrating. Each transfer you see on there was actually placed on there 5 other times and just disintegrated every time I tried to do it. So the fact that they look somewhat okay is a tantamount to the hour and a half I spent putting those transfers on.
When
So,
I use the same ones on my high elf army, it was I had to let them sit in the water until literally they separated without me having to rub them. That was the only way I could get it to work. So it was like 10
really,
minutes per
yeah,
transfer.
I think I was pushing a little bit too hard on them, and they were just coming right apart. So,
That's fine.
but yeah, so I really like the way he turned out. Got some flowers on there too. Got some glamour shots for him there, but the cloak itself, very happy with.
Very nice. And then I think this little lady right here is your general. This is the
Yes, that's in general. That is a print from Hero Forge. So if any of you guys play like any kind of like Hero Quest, Dungeons and Dragons, things like that, if you don't know about Hero Forge, you can actually design your own miniature, and then you can print it out. And so there are no good. I mean, I looked high and low for handmaiden-esque STLs. I needed a spear and I needed a bow in a hand, right? And I needed it to be female, and I could not find one that hit all the markers. And so I'm like, screw it, I'm just going to go out and make one. And I think she passes pretty well, honestly. So as a model, and
yes. I remember, and you saw, cause you told me at first too with my half army. I just dashed one.
Yeah,
because I gave up, but
yeah,
I want that to be a full G. My high elves are full G, so I had to. That was my only option.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Or you pay $300 on eBay, which
for
that model, it's not happening.
No.
So,
yeah, no, she looks good. I like her a
yeah,
lot.
so yeah, I'm pretty happy with the color scheme. I love the teals on the elves and everything, and that is teal is a component of ERES, which is where this army's from. So that's my stuff.
Looks good, and that's 2 for 2 of putting in some little extra work on the bases. I have to say I'm impressed. And, next we're gonna check out the Crumper himself, Terry. Now it looks like he's got some nice basing going on here too. This is great, guys. Thanks for all the content you're giving me here for free because you love me so much.
The bill's in the mail, Chuck.
You know what? Fuck. Anyway, I have nothing. Here's a lovely black orc war boss on Wyvern, I assume.
Yeah.
What you guys? Gorgeous.
Yep, that's what it is. So my whole army is right now anyway is printed from Avatars of War.
Yeah, they make the best orcs, honestly.
Yeah, they're really great. And now that some of them are out of print, this is one of the most true like prints of the Wyvern model, that the closest to Azhag that you could kind of get.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a black orc on Wyvern. This is going to be the war boss. So it's a black orc war boss who is his name's Gramak, the Skull Cleaver, and he's going to riding Nightmaw. So those are the names of the characters, and he's going to be the leader of the Bloodclaw tribe. And he's been up to no good and causing trouble in the Bretonnian and High Elven forests all at once, enough to tick off everybody that they're gonna have to come to blows.
Yeah, I like that you added a few arrows in the wings there, and they have a nice little thing to match Neil's army already.
Yeah, I bothered Neil on his Memorial Day holiday camping in the woods to make sure that he color matched my arrow fletching. So thank you, Neil, for rolling over from the drunken stupor you were in to get me a color match.
Can't deny any of that.
That's awesome. So, what made you go with the bold yellow? Because that's never an easy color to paint. Is that just, have you always liked that yellow on orcs?
No, you know what? Good. That's a good reminder. So everything about this, so on the opposite spectrum of Mike, everything here is about speed and simplicity. And so everything in this army is literally going to be slap chopped for the most part, like slap chop plus. So I chose yellow because as I was painting the Wyvern, I was really struggling. I probably sent like 50 texts to Mike about like what color to pick, and also stopped by his desk at work to try and like bother and figure that out.
Yeah.
And then this week, there was a really like popular teacher from my high school that passed away. That was really like inspiring to me. And the high school colors were green and yellow. And so like as I was sitting there looking at it, I was like, we gotta have some yellow on this bad boy, and then it worked. So then I just started weathering it and kind of going nuts, and it didn't blow up in my face. So it started to take shape shortly after that.
I love it. I mean, the amount of detail that is on that model, I don't care how you did it. I don't care whether you slap chopped it. I don't care whether you just do one cut. Like the amount of detail, and like I was zooming on this model and I was looking at it. Like every little spot of detail is crisp. You know, it doesn't even matter what technique you used. It's there's no paint is splattered in spaces. It's not, you don't see like heavy dry brushes going places they shouldn't be going. You know, I mean, it is chef's kiss. I mean, you blocked it really nice.
Yeah, especially like the grid pattern on the axe, the freehand on the banner. It all just looks great.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, guys. That was took me 3.5 hours. I don't know how long you spent, Mike. But
that's the thing, you know. It's like best pound for pound fighter, right? You know, like
yeah. I was eating like snacks and raising a 4-year-old and watching Bluey. While I did this. I don't know how long it took you guys, but
I'm out of here, dude. I'm getting out of it. I'm done.
Listen,
right now.
I don't have kids, but I might have watched Bluey while painting mine because it's a good show, man.
Dude, it is a good show.
Dude,
by the way,
it absolutely is.
This is the dad filter, in case you're wondering which filter I used. So, Mike, you can use that one next time.
There you go. Perfect. I love it. And it's like, you know, we made fun of you, and you came in, just brute force, and now you're gonna have a painted army. We're not gonna know how to handle you in this game. You're like, God damn it, we had nothing to make fun of him. Then he's gonna get better. He's gonna start beating us in the game. This is the downfall of us all.
Probably.
Yes. I'll use the style. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. As long as we have some cigars and some whiskey and we have a good night.
Oh, say it again slower.
Almost did. But we must get through my little piece here.
Now, Chuck, I noticed that you decided to go last with this Royal Pegasus after Mike's Royal Pegasus.
Listen. Okay, hold on. Let me come back to us here. If you have two of the same armies going on, perfect bookend. If there's two high elves, a high elf, other people than a high elf. But this is like
nice save.
You just got to put the best, at the front and the back. You know, just got to prop up this show, right? That's.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, back to mine.
Yours good too, brother. Yeah, it's awesome.
It did not take me 3 hours. It took me. I actually put a lot more than 3 hours into it. Your boy here was trying a little bit for once in a long time. So yeah, I'm basing it off of.
With the matte varnish too, man.
Well, that's because Neil called me out rightfully. So I'll excited to have a completed army or completed model.
No, it was a good call. It was a good call because it brought everything together. That's the one thing that I love about matte varnishes is it just brings the whole paint job. Together. So yeah,
it's it was fun. It was a good call out because, like I said, I was all excited. I got this model done, and Neil was like, "Your cloth's shiny. Is it supposed to be?" Like, damn it. But that's what the chat's for.
The only reason I said anything is because I myself have gone down that road many times, and usually I'm just like, yeah, I don't give a shit. But I thought maybe you might, and so that's why I brought it up.
Most armies, if I'm just knocking it out to get ready to table, no. But like since this is such a slower grow, yeah, you're perfectly right to call me out on that. Like, you know, I'm not going to develop many new techniques through the course of this, but I'm going to try different things. But super fun. And Mike, I know you know this Pegasus is a nightmare to assemble.
Oh my god!
Absolutely nightmare.
Yeah, but this is the funny thing is I was talking in our other chat, our group chat that we have about how terrible of a model that was to put together, and you talked crap to me about that.
I did.
about
I
4
did.
months ago.
I was like, it can't
He
be
talks
that
so much
hard.
crap. Oh, yeah, you just learn how to build better. I'm like, okay, dude, all right.
Yeah.
And then he just said like a month ago, he's like, hey, this model sucks to build, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm just not gonna say anything. Whatever.
It
It is what it
You know
is.
what? It was
So,
all the saddle. All the saddle. Like the Pegasus itself, easy
it
fun.
was
Top,
the
not the
saddle was
saddle.
that saddle was the worst.
It is.
Anyways,
And we each probably have one more to build too. That's the worst part. I know I have one more, maybe
Yep.
two.
I do. I do too. Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So this is Roland, the Hawk Chaser. I want to keep it pretty simple. He's supposed to be like the young, like knight, and the dude's like, yeah, here you go. You carry the banner and blah 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 blah. But Roland just seemed like a nice little, like a solid name, and I'm not sold on Hawk Chaser yet, but I'm trying to get like more clouds. Like they're on Pegasus Knights. What would they do is, I guess in their free time, like he chases hawks because it's fun for him. Can he keep up? Can he fire faster than them? Like just little ideas like that is what I'm throwing around for the character here.
Quick caveat: my grandfather was named Roland, and he flew in a TBF Avenger in World War II in the Pacific, which is a torpedo bomber. So there you go. Roland's an appropriate name. So.
Perfect. Well, and Goop warned me that heavy 15 minutes left in the call because I have not paid for it. So we'll wrap this up soon. Don't worry. But it was super fun. I really enjoyed the painting of this. I did a more simpler approach with the wings, just some apothecary white. Over top of that, a little bit of light dry brushing to pick out the higher ends a little bit more. The blue threw me through a loop. It was real fun. Because this is the colors from the shield for Old World for the Duchy of Paravan, just near the mountains and the forest. And I could not for the life of me find a color that matched it. And all my paints, all my GW paints, all my game color paints, not a thing. So I went up to my local shop and I asked Norm that up there who runs it. It's like, can you help me find this blue? And he's like, oh, yeah, I know which one that is. And he walked over and it was, hold on. It's gonna be real alarming. It is model color. Can you guess what color? I'll put it here on screen real quick. Can you guess what
Prussian blue?
No. Just blue. It's gonna be hard to see here. It's just blue. I can't read it. I'll maybe put a picture up. I am so used to other hawk blue, this blue, that blue. All I forgot what the color looks like. I did use some Azure blue as well, like a tone more, but yeah, and then that black is supposed to be like an off black. I used a Corax black. It's a little darker than what I wanted, but it's enough to go with it for now. I can always figure out how to lighten it later because I haven't put any transfers on yet because I don't have them. But now I will because Mike gave that hot tip. But yeah, that's my boy there, rolling the hot chaser. It's fun. Like I really enjoyed painting it and just going through the process of it. It was super cool. Boom.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing that I take my time, I do some good effort. Actually, it's fun just leaving on my desk left and right. It's fun. Anyway.
Yeah, Mike's literally sitting right behind me, so I'm with you on that.
He's the inspiration. So in the short time we have left to wrap up this call, because I'm cheap and I don't have a Patreon and no one gives me ad money yet. What are we all painting for our next commitment? Which, just to remind everybody here, I'll pop it up here. Core. We're doing core choices for the month of June. So Terry, why don't you lead away with us since you're already ahead of the game?
So that actually is just a set of goblins that I got bored and was painting. I'm probably if it's core for this month, I'll probably do my unit of Black Orcs.
Okay.
And get those bad boys ready to get on the battlefield.
Nice.
Good call.
Neil, you already hinted at yours. What about yourself?
Yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this model or not. It's actually going to show up, but yeah, there she is. That's one of my sisters of Avalorn. Yeah. So that's also a Last Sword print. It's actually under the Wood Elves, but the cloaks and everything, Work pretty nice, wearing sandals. There's actually in these prints there are male models and there are female models. 4 male, 4 female. So unfortunately, it's a lot of the same model. 4 models kind of printed over and over again, except for the champion, which is also female. But but there's only one of her. So, but I think it's enough of a mix that when you look at the all kind of spread out, it'll look all right.
Nice.
So, Neil, can I see that again?
Yeah.
Is that is that like a kid's toy that they're holding? The orcs have these big mallets and axes.
We'll see when it hits them between the eyes. We'll see whether it works or not.
That's
those puppies are firing at a 2+.
He's all worried about having the same models on the board, and they're just going to be taking off turn 1. So what's it matter? So yeah.
Mike, what are you doing for the month of June besides a Green Knight, just for the hell of it?
Knights Errant for sure. I have a bunch of them already painted up. Here's maybe a sneak peek of what I've got going on right now.
Nice.
So, yep, it's getting there. I want to paint as many of them as I can. Like I said, to get ahead of the game. But yeah, Knights Errant is going to be the next core unit.
Awesome. Well, for me, I am going to be painting probably about 20, I think, or whatever's in this box here. There's at least 20 on my list. Peasant Archers seemed like a fun one. To me, I've always liked the peasants in Bretonnian. They are very iconic along with the knights. So I know, like Mike, I think you're avoiding all peasants, correct, in your list?
I keep going back and forth.
Okay.
There's definitely gonna be peasants that are gonna get chased down and murdered. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go with some peasants in my list as well.
Nah, it's all about theme, so I get it. I've always liked them, even though I've never had this army before. So I'm looking forward to doing them, and I'm looking forward to building models where just a couple of arms, torso, and some feet. And really looking forward to it after all these stupid Napoleonics back here, which we will not talk about anymore on this show. But anyway, perfect. All right, that's some good plans for June. And everybody out there, if you're watching this, you'll see a recap of that episode at the end of June, or maybe mid-June if we finish it early. Because we're not really doing a timetable for this as far as like when we have to have this stuff done, other than the end of the month. So if we're finished halfway through the month, you might see us a little on the schedule. So just make sure you subscribe, get notifications, like, comment, dislike.
Tell us whose model's the best.
Yeah, tell us whose model's the best. Check out my poll
Pound
I'll put up.
Pound, like I said, like Terry spent 3 hours, right? I think I might have about that around there, so
Probably,
timing wise, like you got to take that into effect, right?
Nope, not at all.
That's right.
I miite be
best pound for pound paint job in the game.
Yep. I mean, listen, the loser of the poll gets their model thrown against the wall. That's the no, we won't. All right. Well, hope everyone out there's enjoying this little series. So we'll be going on for a while. So till next time, everybody, keep hobbying, stay Stormcast strong, and go check out the poll I'll put up when this video releases to let us know which one's your favorite so far. And if it's Mike's, tell us why. Because we know you're going to choose Mike because it's the best painted.